Our next change out is our Cranberry Orange, page 112 of The Art of Extract Making. We started at November 19th, as well as that one. This is one of my favorites. I know I keep saying that. I got to stop saying that. But
you say that with everything, but this is really good in the glaze over the top of your orange rolls or your quick breads that you just kind of put a glaze over the top. Scones, maybe a little biscotti.
Glazed ham.
Yes, ham. Yeah. You could put it over. Oh my gosh, that is.
I know it's really well. They all just have different purposes, but give me a break. That is so much fun.
Okay, so at 1 month, we changed out the fruit and did another change out. Now we're at 2 months. We're going to take all the fruit out, the oranges and the cranberries. We're going to leave the rest in, and it's going to go another 12 months, and it will also be ready next November.
Next November. November's going to be a fun one. Yeah. November, we might just have to be sitting down, because I think we're going to have a whole bunch of extracts that we're going to be taste testing. I was looking at the calendar, and we might be doing a lot of the way they line up the 6 months and the 3 month extracts. We have several that end in November.
Maybe we'll have a bake-off.
Ooh.
We'll just start making all kinds of things with certain extracts.
Maybe that's what
and we can share what our favorite recipes are to use these extracts.
My gosh.
That would be fun.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to pour this into this strainer. I had a fermenting weight in here to help keep all the ingredients down. Sometimes some things like to float up, so you can use these weights to kind of keep everything down. If you don't have one of these, it's okay. Just check on them ever so often, push it down. Just open the cupboard, check to see how it looks, and then just, push it down if you see any outside of the alcohol.
There you go. That easy. I can't believe.
I think I got these on Amazon. If you want to get some there, they come in the wide mouth as well as the smaller.
I can't believe how many extracts we're actually using those for now. That has become, next to like a strainer and the tweezers to get things out of bottles, like this has been a super important extract making tool, right?
Yes, it has.
So
okay, so if you want, you can add again more orange to this recipe and cranberries, but only the peels again, because we used Everclear the first round and we put whole oranges in with the juice, everything. And because we did that, we brought that alcohol level down to that 35 to 50%, that good, the place you want your extract at. Mm-hmm. But you can't put more fresh fruit in there. It will dilute your alcohol. So the second round, we just used peels. And so if you taste it and you want it to be more orange or cranberry, you're welcome to add more. I think this is perfect.
Yeah.
So I right now am just adding back in my vanilla.
It's a little treasure hunt. You dig through.
Well, most of it I kept at the bottom. Again, the cloves are coming out too because they can be a little strong.
Yeah. And then the muddle here.
But that's up to you. Also, again, if you taste test and you like it, that's why this is an art. It's all up to you. We get to do it from our own kitchens.
There you go. You're using the correct side of the muddle, which is a large improvement from previous shows.
This side's bigger.
I know.
Oh, by the way, we didn't mention it, but I am saving all of the stuff that I took out of the Autumn Breeze. I will also save the cranberries and all the ingredients that I'm taking out of this and dry it out and put it into sugars. That's what I found works the best. Yeah. And it makes some really yummy sugars that you can add to your tea, dessert sprinkled over just the top of toast, like it really does add. And I add it to cocktails in my simple syrup, and it adds just a little bit of a difference than just plain sugar.
Yes. And I notice as you're pressing, those cranberries tend to absorb a lot of the alcohol. And so that's what she's doing. You're not muddling it looks like you're just muddling the orange peels, but underneath it, it's those cranberries, and they're the little they're like little cherries, and they just absorb it. And as you're pressing on the cranberries, we're getting a lot of extract that's coming out the bottom. Yeah. We actually had a fun little gathering with a neighbor. She's a chocolatier. And when you're doing these chocolate, like chocolate, like what would you call them? I mean, they're more bonbons, among other things. The taste of the different vanillas, as well as the different cacao, really comes through. It was remarkable. Mm-hmm. She's done them with like Tahitensis beans, and you get the fruitiness. She's done them with the planifolia, and you get the buttery. Using the fruit extracts for her fruit-based, like Valentine's. It's a perfect application with lots of different. It's another rabbit hole in terms of
if you're a chocolatier, it's a whole other rabbit hole with your extracts and the different cacao and vanilla.
Oh, and it was amazing how the extract and the cacao, or the origin of the bean, both in the vanilla and the cacao, had an entirely different result.
There is you've got 1 cup here. There's no topping off. You are good to go on this. I don't know, can you get up close just to see the color of this? It's beautiful. And you can get, now that we're done with all the fruit, this isn't a quart jar. I'm going to probably put it into a smaller jar just because, there's a lot of air in there. Plus, it takes up a lot of room, and I am short on room. And so I'll probably, now that I'm at this stage, go to a smaller 8-ounce jar.
Yeah, we're getting to this point with some of our extracts. We've made so many, we can't use them all very quickly. But when you get into like spirits and you study, whiskeys or bourbons or scotches or any of them, they all say that when the bottle hits that halfway point, the spirit itself can start to oxidize a little bit because the bottle's half oxygen, half spirit. We've never had like extracts really last long enough, or we've never noticed that. But there's some science that says it's a good idea to downsize your bottles and minimize the amount of head space that you have in your bottles as you get closer to kind of that halfway mark. Like if you're using them quickly and they're going to be gone in a year, you're going to be fine. But if they're going to be sitting for 2, 3, 4 years, I mean, we have some people in our group with 20-year-old extracts. We say keep that headspace really, really small. Downsize as much as you need to, for sure.
Yep.
Good reminder. So there we go. So that was the orange cranberry. Yeah. And we come back to that one.
No, we're done.
We're done until November.
November, it'll be ready.
That's the next November. That's another November one.